Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sony. I'm here with my girl Tiara Dejanay. I got a hell of a guy here, and we are the Life One Shuffle podcast.
Yeah.
Can I get a round of applause, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, as you all know, we are the newest podcast on 7 Mile Radio. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Okay, share the video so you can get that algorithm going. And let's do it. How y'all feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Definitely had a great time with our first show last week. So I'm really looking forward to see what we can talk about today. Keep our viewers engaged. We had a lot of feedback and we had some great comments last week. So keep engaging with us, keep following us, and yeah, we'll be talking to y'all soon.
Okay, hold on. Can we get a round of applause for the engagement?
Yeah.
Y'all did y'all big one. It's the big one for the first episode.
You know, we got to put on for the city, man. We got to put on for 3,200.
Okay. Tap
know.
in. Where y'all at?
We got to put on for where we at, too. We on 7 Mile Radio,
Listen,
man.
they was in the comments like, what time, where at, how we show up. So, yeah, definitely shout out to y'all.
I appreciate that. I'm sharing it on my page right now. Okay, so as you guys know, for those of you guys that tuned in, last week we ended off with speaking on mentorship. Was that it? Yeah,
Yeah,
mentorship.
we was.
Okay,
We was,
all right.
Indeed.
So we just gonna keep that going. Shannon, you wanna lead them into the first topic, my guy?
Well, you know, I want to kind of touch on that mentorship. So, but I want to also lead with where we at. So our title is "Common Sense Ain't Common," you know, and in terms of dealing with people and interacting with people nowadays, what's more important, do y'all think, education or common sense? You know, and the old people terms used to say common sense ain't common.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
off the rip, I would like to say that I've seen people with common sense without education get further than people who had education without common sense.
I would agree.
that's indeed.
Right? It's people that get in education that now feel like they're entitled to a certain position, that feel like they just deserve it without actually showing the intelligence, the intellect, the skill to merit them the position they feel like they deserve, just because they have spent 200 years in school getting the book theory.
200 years.
And now they have no experience. I mean, because, how many people you know, how many people you know that went to college for 8, 12, 16, almost 20 years and to get out and didn't get a job for nothing that they went to school for, versus people who never went to college that are millionaires.
Yeah, I mean, because it's almost like you spend all this time learning or the fundamentals or something, but you've never had to put any of those things to use. So you think you know what to do, but now you're in a situation and it's like, you're not about to pull your book out like, let's see, chapter 5 tells you this. Like, no.
Especially when you talk about skilled trades, right? You get in there, get skilled trades, and then they say, well, how much experience? When you get out of the school, they want to know how much experience you have in this work field.
Okay, so
before
really quickly, I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me? Because you came up here and whispered in my ear, and I felt like I got a little echo or something going on.
No, we
can hear you.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the thing. Like people, I feel like excel better off of common knowledge. I want to say, I guess, you know what I mean, but yeah, it's a different world nowadays. Like we in a transition now, right? Where education, I say it, it's hard saying this. I want to say it's not as valuable or as important as it used to be, but you still have to be educated, though. I mean, I'm not gonna say that education ain't important, but you have to have some sense about yourself.
So can I touch on that? So with the common sense versus the education, I feel like being book smart, being college educated, it all depends on the realm in which you sit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them don't have the people skills, the common sense, the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be very brilliant as far as communicating with people in that realm in which you are focused on, whether that's, you're in business, you in the automotive industry, but notice that you might not be the person that they need to be in that room when it comes down to wowing the crowd. Wow, you doing a PowerPoint presentation, you putting everybody to sleep. You still got to have other skills, and just because you educated don't mean you got people skills. A lot of the people skills come with the common sense of how to read a room. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely gotta read the room.
that common sense to me, a lot of times get you further, especially in the times where we living in now, where it's more about rubbing elbows than what you really know.
Yeah, buddy.
That degree, that diploma,
That's what I'm getting at.
you know what I'm saying? Like that really is.
So that's why I say it's not education is not important, but it's like that's not what's needed now to be successful in the majority of industries that's relevant right now.
Essentially, it's about balance. Like, you have to know what you're talking about, because you can't have all this common sense and all this street smart and people skills, and then you don't know the subject matter, right? So I think that learning, but here's the thing. People that have common sense, we know how to learn the subject matter without, I don't got to read.
Oh, man.
I don't got to go to 6 classes.
So that's why common sense is
Yeah,
it's more
like,
valuable nowadays.
it kinda
just
outweighs.
being knowing what you want to know and knowing what you want to do.
And also thinking outside of the box, because most people who are like solely based on education, like, you just do what they told you to do. You can't think or figure out things on your own. So it's like, yeah, I guess the common sense kind of outweigh.
So I
Yeah.
have a question. Have any of you guys dated anyone who was just like book smart and didn't have any common sense, or vice versa?
Absolutely. To me, they were a little bit dingy or a little bit slow when it came down to a joke you crack, you know, or just talking about certain things. They were like deer in the headlights. Like, you know,
If she was book smart?
yeah, because you was book smart. Like, I could tell you anything, or I could ask you any question about school, or any question about what's going on, a big word. Shit, I'm be honest, I don't know what every word mean, but sometimes I'll be like, yo, what does this mean? And then they could break it down better than anything. But then again, you might say a joke or something like that, and they'd be the only one that don't get it. And I'd be like, damn, you so smart, you stupid.
No, facts.
Like, oh man, you lucky, you cute. Like, it'd be one of them moments. It's like, whoo, baby. Like, but at the same time, not to discredit them, because it's like, when I have my slow, it's the balance, like you said.
It's the balance.
It's the balance. When I be having my slow moments, you know, I'm sure that they could laugh at me too, like, dummy. Like, yeah, I know you ain't got it all there. You lucky, you cute too. Like,
Shout out to everybody listening. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't have my stuff on. Shout out to everybody in the comments. We see y'all.
I think for me, dating someone who's just book smart and has no common sense is kind of like, it's a double-edged sword, because I'm a woman,
that
right?
sounds like a person that's going to be arrogant as fuck to you.
Kind of arrogant, but also you going to always want to challenge me because I'm street smart. And if you're just book smart, you're going to feel like I don't respect you, because, no, we're not going in there. The door, like, bro, you're not paying attention to your surroundings.
And he feels like his book smarts trumps everything that you.
Trumps everything.
I have college education.
Oh,
like, I'm
man.
smarter than you, basically.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a better
but I'm going to make sure we
decision
get
maker.
home. You know what I mean? So it's
hey,
like,
but then to be the smart people talking about common sense would tell you.
yeah.
And you be looking at them like, the common sense you don't have?
Right,
It's
right,
gonna tell me
right.
what. Common sense will tell you if the door is unlocked, that means you go in.
Like, nothing is going to happen here. You know what
Sir.
area you in, like,
That's not what that means. You better knock. I was raised to knock.
and you better lock the door.
Yeah.
She's talking about, and you better lock the
You better
door.
lock that door. No, yeah, so.
So, just to keep everything moving along, now we gonna get into that mentorship conversation, kind of where we left off. Now, my question about the mentorship, because looking around the community, you know, I've been seeing, I got a couple of buddies of mine on Facebook. They starting a mentorship program. That's something that I aspire to do outside of my barbering. You know, that's why I really don't want to manage a shop, because I have other business endeavors that I would like to put more focus in. So I want to just kind of go get my bag cut and then go focus, put my eggs in a few other different baskets.
Great idea.
So with the mentorship, I want to just tap in on what's the importance of the mentorship, not men versus women, but on the man side versus the women's side, meaning, you know, I got a couple things that I feel like are fundamental, the youth may be fundamentally missing. So what are some of those values that you could see for the youth coming up now, because it's up to us to lead them? Sure. What are some things that you feel like they're lacking, some things that you feel like we should be teaching, you know what I'm saying, so that I can maybe implement some ideas that y'all might be giving me the feedback on, because again, I feel like we have to guide this new generation, because unfortunately I feel like they're lost. a lot of them are lost. Now, there are always the exception, but we talking in terms of these young men don't rake leaves, don't shovel, don't have the respect. We talking about these young.
That was my main.
Was my
topic.
first thing.
Respect
Was
is the
respect.
first thing.
The young ladies,
Definitely.
young ladies don't know how to cook,
Yeah.
don't know how to clean. What about the young ladies that don't cook, that don't clean, that don't know when to stop and be quiet and listen? You know what I'm saying?
See,
and
it
that's
starts
not
at home though.
It
starts
does.
at home.
It does. But if we have to look out
And
for,
those are your first mentors too.
we have to look out for the ones that's not. I know
Okay,
it's
so wait,
we
I'm
know
sorry. Did you ask a question though? I'm sorry.
yeah. So the question was, what are the
thing?
fundamentals that we feel like need to be taught? As far as that we can teach, outsourcing, not necessarily because we know the root of the issue is because it wasn't taught at home.
Right.
So the question, or it's more geared to, what are the holes, the voids that y'all feel like can be filled or can be taught if a program was started, or just things that you encountered, because you being in the teaching field, you've encountered things where you can just literally look at the kid and say, oh, she lost, or she has no idea, or I can tell that's lacking in the household. So if somebody was to start a program, what are some things that you feel like you can offer?
Listen, it's literally half the class. So I had a young lady in my class. She was tired, like she was lagging. I'm coaching flag football, so you got to get out there and run. We stretching, we exercising. And she lagging, so I'm like, baby, I'm like, what's wrong? Like, she telling all the kids to shut up. I'm like, what, you ain't get no sleep last night? And she like, no, I didn't. So she like, can I go to the restroom? I'm like, come on, walk her to the restroom. So I'm talking to her as we walk into the building, and she was like, I didn't get any sleep because we were trying to make sure the intruders didn't come in. And I'm like, what you mean, baby? And she was like, well, someone came into our house, and me and my sisters was hiding in the cabinets, and my mom had a knife. I'm like, well, where was your dad? She was like, my dad wasn't there. Like, my dad's never there. She was like, he said he gonna come and, pick us up and yada, yada, yada. She was like, but he never comes. I'm like, well, were you scared? She was like, yes. She was like, so me and my brothers and sisters was up trying to make sure the door was locked and yada. So I'm like, what do you say? I wanted to grab her and give her a hug. Like, come here, baby. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, man. So I'm like, go ahead, baby. Go and sit over to the side. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So what would you tell her? What kind of guidance could you give that young lady?
Man, to be honest, in the moment, you don't really know what to tell them. Like, what do you say?
Well, you say in the moment, but put yourself in the mind of if you were open.
I mean, at the end of the day, I just told her everything was gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to give her some comfort. I mean, just even my tone of voice, just being reassuring, letting her take some time out. Like, she worried about somebody breaking into the crib. She ain't thinking about catching no football. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So having grace, I would say as well, because at first, before she told me that, I'm on her ass. Like, get up. When playtime come, you ain't gonna get to play. Like,
but
you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing too. She looking at that clock. Like, it's so many children that school is the safest place for them.
Right. That don't want to go home.
Her anxiety is on 10 because it's like, I gotta go home, and I don't know what's tonight gonna be like. You know what I mean? So like, just creating a space where she can relax.
Yeah.
There we go.
She feels safe there. You
know,
like,
so
that could be the best thing you could have did. Not make her participate. Let her sit aside. Ask her what she like. Like, she might like the color. Like, that's therapy. For adults and children alike. So here, go over here and do this.
Safe space.
So she's still doing something productive. So it don't look like she just get to come, because they get smart. She might be like,
no, she one of them though.
No, yeah, she might. Miss Sonny, this happened. Oh, I could say this, and then I could just chill. So give her something to do that's productive. But
see, we outside. Like, it's flag football. Ain't nothing to do outside besides go to the play skate. I'm gonna bring a mat tomorrow.
That's like my auntie. That's what she does with the youth. Like, she teaches a yoga class, and her stories are very similar to yours. Like, these kids, they go through so much stuff at home. It's toxic environments. They call the parents for a little bit of guidance and reassurance, and then you instantly know, like, this is why you act like that, because this is your role models at home, right? And
teach them to be leaders, not followers.
Teach them to meditate, and they be stretching.
Meditate. Okay, I feel like I'm over here cheesing, but I just want to take the time to shout out everybody in the comments. I see we got some viewers. It don't tell me how many people in here, but I see my people in here for sure. So we're gonna tap in and respond to y'all. We don't want to be rude.
Yeah, we got Missy say teach them to be leaders, not followers.
Yeah, shout out to Missy. That's my cousin, Chrislyn, Marciana, everybody.
And that's so key, and that's like legit. So basically, I got safe space. I got give them a ear, you know what I'm saying, just to allow them a place to be comfortable, vulnerable, telling you things like that.
So you got to be careful with that too, because if she tell me some shit, I might have to go report it. You know what I'm saying?
But see, you would be able to have, because you have that good sense of character and judgment. You would know when, because that might be the cry out that she needed. You might have. I mean, you don't want to. You want to give them tips on how to survive. That's in that instance where somebody tell you something like that, you be like, listen, just keeping it honest, a buck. It's like, listen, if that happened again, try hiding here. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of, you're guiding them, but you're guiding them maybe, right. Teach them to lock the door. Teach them to how to maybe, you know, do it if your mom get caught. Like, it's almost like teaching a kid about a fire. Stop, drop, and roll. You know, that's something else that if I had a mentorship program or what I'm looking to establish later on, it's like when I look at what's missing, I'm like, you know what I mean, kids keep burning up in fires. How many stories we gotta read like that? How many kids actually know how to put out a fire? Like, those are the things that the school cut out. I remember them coming to school and teaching. They had the little fake house. They would create the fake fire, and they would tell you what you're supposed to do in case of a fire. Stop, drop, and roll. What are you supposed to do? Call 911.
I ain't had that class.
See what I'm saying?
You had that class?
I mean, so I just remember, like, all throughout elementary and middle school, the fire station coming to our school and giving us like a pep rally.
That's what it was.
Okay.
It was the fire department brought that.
they
It
used to
wasn't a
come, they used to
class.
tell
It
us.
was a
Okay.
1 day thing. It was during recess.
Set it there.
I'm like, I don't remember that.
Marcus on YouTube says some fundamentals that can be
Oh,
included with
YouTube.
any
Why y'all tell me to
mentorship
pull YouTube up?
programs are emotional intelligence, continuous learning,
Emotional
sharing life
intelligence.
experience, and life expectations.
T-Bot
they need a
said she
safe
had
space.
that. Okay. All right.
For
Sweet.
sure.
Yeah, so, you know,
I feel like that's a huge one. That was a good point.
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence is very important, and like teaching these kids how to express and deal with their emotions in a positive way.
That part. They don't know
Like,
how to express
They
themselves.
don't know how to resolve conflict
at all.
But
Conflict resolution for
yeah,
sure.
because your grandma taught you that. Like, no, y'all sit down.
Yeah.
Are y'all sharing? Like, these parents are not really teaching their
Not
kids
at all.
that. I mean, some of them are.
some of them not in the household either.
But
So
here's another
that's
thing,
that.
though. Compared to when we were growing up, it's a lot of two-parent households now.
but are they that may be true, and but are they really?
It is.
But that's okay, because there's a lot of people that are in relationships yet they're single.
Single.
So
But that's the thing. Like, how do you? I feel like
Mama gotta do it.
You can't
Or-
paint every picture the same, because I've seen some functioning households where everybody doing their part. Is it the norm? No, it's not the norm. It's not the norm. It should be, though.
But when you say everybody doing their part, that's the most important key. Somebody has to step up and do their part. Like, we have to lead by example. We have to be, because it's up. I'm saying, man, I think one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this show was the enlightenment to address these issues that I see that is literally like, and we can talk about a bunch of bullshit or we can offer real content. This is stuff that I feel like we running into, we see on a day-to-day basis. Like, we watch the news, the Metro Detroit news, and it's 14-year-olds stealing cars better than a 30-year-old. When they stealing cars and the 30-year-old in the back shooting. You know what I'm saying? But why does 14-year-old know how to steal but can't count? Why does 14-year-old, can steal your car in 2 seconds?
They
But
don't know
that's
they left
because of
from
the-
their right.
Not even just
See
that,
what I'm
though.
saying?
It's the environment that they're raised in. Because if you at home and you scared, but when you in school you feel safe, right? When you're at school, you're not processing anything as far as learning. You decompressing from your toxic environment at home. So I feel like it just depends on the environment that you grow up in, and then are there people out, because come on, let's be honest, some parents just are not present as they should be, and it might not be a bad parent. They might be going out
At
to
work.
try to make some money to bring home for the kids or whatever the case may be. But that's when we were growing up, your neighbor, your auntie, your grandparents, somebody else stood in, and that's what we don't have.
There was a village.
It was a village. There's
We
no
don't have that
villages.
now.
And
Then
now
we're
it's
not
an
even open
embarrassment
to your
a lot
to your
of times.
friend or the lady at the store saying something to your kid.
That's why I was open up and say
Like-
it's an embarrassment, because somebody just said in the comments, I believe it was Missy, that brought up that hygiene is another big thing that needs to be taught, right?
Exactly.
So when you add that into the equation, right, and you try to correct another kid or tell the parent about their kid's hygiene,
They offended. 'Cause they
Listen,
funky too.
I got a little boy that come in every day. He smell like pee every day.
And you know,
every day.
yeah, I had a person like that in middle school, and you know what was wild? The teacher offered different avenues. She said you can come to school early, you can go use the shower here, like you can stay after, you can use the shower here. You don't have to come in this classroom smelling like pee. You know what I'm saying? But that's to me. I looked at her and I'm like, that's a leader. That's somebody that intervenes. So as far as when I say the mentorship, that's exactly what I'm talking about. How can we intervene? How can we teach the youth the fundamentals that we know that one parent, both parents, or you might have both parents in the house and they just might not be good examples. The mentorship that we got growing up might have came in the form of a coach.
Wait, this comment right here looks good.
The education system needs a revamping. Some schools
Yeah,
need to
that's
start
Adam.
teaching life skills, bring back auto shop, home economics, and
Start
Yes.
with life
yeah,
skills.
most definitely, most definitely.
Shout out to everybody watching. I see my brother tapped in. Does it show you guys? I got a question because my comment's not scrolling. Does it show you guys the count in the
Mine's kinda like
comments? Or
that.
is it
Yep.
running scrolling? Okay. What's that, Android, iPhone?
Don't hate.
No.
Don't be that.
I want to know so I can see.
Yeah, I got an Android.
Okay. Android felony.
He just said that.
Really?
So
You find something soft to throw at her right quick.
We just had this iPhone versus Android.
My bad.
Hey,
Oh,
y'all,
that's
and,
funny.
I
That's
just
what-
put the
that's
call in line up there if y'all want to call in, man. 313-723-0481
Yeah.
right there at the bottom right hand
Yes,
corner
I'm
of the screen.
here for it.
So go ahead and call in if y'all want to share y'all opinion on this topic.
Yeah, shout out to Sharita. I see you watching. Mark, I don't like this light. I'm sorry, y'all.
no, you good.
Okay.
So look, touching on that, let's go to community. Since we talking about mentorship, different opportunities, let's go to community. This topic right here is this might be a little fragile for y'all, but I want to give really good content. So, y'all ready? How do we feel about this no snitching rule?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Let me think. What y'all feel about it?
So,
I need answers.
are we going based on comments or y'all want me to answer?
Well, we
I mean, you can answer
yeah.
too. I just
Okay,
want to
so
see what they say.
listen. As far as snitching goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like how I was raised, you mind your business. However,
I'm gonna take a drink.
if a child is in danger, you supposed to tell. If somebody being raped, you like certain stuff. It's no code. It's no street code no more. Anything go. Like no, like we gotta have some stuff that's just sacred. And like all these kids keep getting killed, and you seen that, and you
Yeah.
just keep going home like nothing happened. Like that's crazy.
The thing about this no snitching shit, right, is it started with
You said a mouthful.
That started with the culture of people of criminals, right?
Okay.
Who are involved in the crimes with each other, and then they end up telling on one another, right? But nowadays, like snitching amongst per se, like drug dealers, is damn near the thing to do. That's how they come up.
Okay, so
Okay,
pause.
so now what you telling me is us law-abiding citizens that ain't got nothing to do with shit that's going on with y'all dumbasses doing shit in public in broad daylight on cameras and
On
shit.
camera, on Instagram.
Right? So now we're the snitches because we telling on shit that ain't got nothing to do with us in regards to somebody else being done wrong. The same way that we would want somebody to do if somebody was doing us wrong and we didn't have the ability to tell, right? But then it's not the stop snitching code is null and void, right? When something happens to the non-snitchees family.
Man. Oh,
Right,
man.
and now they want everybody
See?
in the city to get up in arms and shit and tell and come crime watchers and stop. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All of that shit. No.
Listen.
So the snitching is only involved only in regards to motherfuckers that's doing dumb shit with other dumbass people. That end up getting caught and then they want to tell on people. Like if I see somebody breaking in anybody's house, like I'm fucking calling the goddamn police.
Period.
What are
Thank
telling
you.
me?
Listen,
What
I
are
used to
you
work
talking
911,
about?
so I know the
Thank
code.
you.
You gotta say you see
Call
a
me
weapon.
whatever the fuck you want to. You
Make it
dumbasses
sound
out there
urgent.
doing dumb shit
Dumb
in
shit.
front of everybody
Dumb
or
shit.
in the dark. It don't
Here's the
matter.
thing, though.
And when somebody catch you, you mad because somebody told stupid ass.
That was next to my house when you burnt the
And
house
it's on
down.
the ring
Stupid
camera.
ass.
What you
That part.
It's on the ring
mean? I'm
camera.
calling the police, bro. You run around burning down houses, terrorizing our neighborhood. So I wanted to bring that up because again, you got this no snitching rule, but to what degree? You know what I'm saying?
To
To
hurting
what?
somebody, not like right. I'm at the gas station. I see a dude up there getting his money and shit running in and out of cars.
That's what
I'm not about to
I'm
call
saying.
the
I'm minding my
police on no
business.
dumb
I'm
shit
minding
like
my
that.
business.
Man, let that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But if in regards to somebody getting hurt, somebody being done wrong, yeah, man, I'm gonna do somebody like I would expect or want and hope somebody to do for me. What the fuck?
But y'all standing over people pulling y'all cameras out to show. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Like you should be calling for help.
So like the no snitch. Go ahead, T. Go ahead.
On top of, I feel like when I was growing up, if you gonna do something, first of all, you need to know the consequences associated with the crime you gonna commit.
Dumbass.
They don't know. They can't, because you made a song about everything you just did, and now you saying he told. No, you told on yourself. Like you told on yourself.
Yeah. So the thing is, like I said, when it comes down to you terrorizing our neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? You burnt the whole crib down. Now this blight on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all going in these vacant houses, raping our little kids and shit like that. And then even then, you might have a neighbor that's then watch somebody breaking your house the broad daylight, and y'all not gonna call the police. Y'all ain't gonna call me or call the police, because the mindset is I'm gonna mind my business.
So I don't know. I can't just speak for myself. I don't feel protected and I don't feel safe by the police. So if I'm calling the police, I'm calling the police because somebody is going to get hurt, and they not about to mistake somebody for doing something that they're not supposed to do, and not somebody innocent is hurt. So that's why I said if children are being harmed, or like you said, somebody is doing something wrong to somebody, but all that calling because you a hater and you see this person, you know what I'm saying?
I like what Missy said. I'm minding my business while secretly telling if it's affecting the helpless.
Sharita talking about if I ask you not to tell me and you do, oops.
Listen.
But see, that's the thing. It's never everybody mind their business till it hits home.
Yeah,
there we go.
And that's the problem. Everybody want to be like, I'm gonna mind my business. And then when it hit home, it's like, why y'all didn't do this? Like, if it's gonna be their responsibility until it happens to you, then why wasn't it your responsibility from the start to stop the shit?
Why you over there dancing? Look,
no,
I see
because I'm just listening, and it's like, usually, like for me, that's why I said you gotta know, like, if you're gonna go and commit all these crimes, you gotta know what's associated with it. And your family and everybody who loves you should be prepared, because this is what I do every day. So it's not really how you think. It's not, oh, now it's your people and y'all are like, no, we know that that's the lifestyle, right? But when a helpless person is being harmed or something like that, then, oh no, yeah, get them some help, call the police. But I don't know, like, that's just me. I'm Detroit. I was raised in a certain environment, and I'm not calling them people.
Listen,
unless somebody is, really helplessly getting hurt, or like it's a car accident and somebody, like, if I know that they're gonna come and help these people, I call. But I don't know.
Okay, so let me put this in a different perspective then, because I get it. But the different perspective is when we run around here with these RIP shirts on, when the grandmas, the moms, the aunties, the brothers, everybody is running around here acting like the person that died was a saint. When he was running around terrorizing the neighborhood.
that part.
That's true.
And so again, if everybody say we know what you know, because that's like you mess around with the swipers, and you dating a swiper, and then he steal your identity and wipe your shit clean. And now you acting brand new. You acting so it's like, we gotta stop being our own poison. And I'm not telling nobody to start snitching. But I'm just saying, like, we gotta wake up.
You have to know what you dealing with. Like, I'm gonna say women, right?
Okay.
If you meet this guy, he doing all of this stuff, he's taking you all these places, he got his ex-girlfriend profile on his dresser, don't be surprised. Stop signing yourself up for situations that you're not prepared for. If you're gonna deal with a street person, this lifestyle comes with certain consequences. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. We gonna get this, that, and the third. But then here's the other side, and too many people are not prepared to deal with the other side.
Ain't nobody prepared for that.
So
you
say
that,
as
but
young women,
that's not true.
But I mean,
some women, I know women who they know, like, I'm gonna have to ride this time out, because they know this person does this for a living. He's caught. He's in jail. And no, they not dating nobody else. They not doing this. They know they got to hold the fort down, because this is the lifestyle they signed up for. But then you got the women who be like, oh my God, he's gone. what do you think this is, sis? It's not just shopping sprees. That's not how this
That's
lifestyle
exactly.
works.
You just said a mouthful. That's
It's
what they
not.
think.
That's what they. And that's why I say it's fun. What I
While
tell
it
you, I
lasts.
don't do
I mean,
that.
so it's kind of crazy to say that, but it kind of goes back into mentorship because you got to have somebody that done been through it or somebody that can tell you the
Exactly.
game. Like, look,
Exactly.
so you know if you dealing with this nigga, it comes with A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Like, what if sis wasn't taught the game? Like, okay, if he about to go sit up somewhere, you got to hold down the fort. She is one of them ones calling, like, I don't know
And
what to
that
do.
also goes back to what you said. Like, what are we lacking in teaching these kids
Bingo.
respect? Because
See what-
if I see
like
the
how you brought that
situation
back.
and I try to insert myself and be like, hey sis, hold on, wait a minute, are you sure you want to do this? She gonna be like, mind your business, because I'm rocking Chanel and I'm doing this and the third, but I'm really trying to put you here because I can see that this not gonna end well for you.
But Pete, what are you now
What am I? What you mean?
in that role?
What you
The
mean?
mentor?
You are the mentor and the OG. So there are no OGs.
We owe y'all.
And that's what we and
Don't
that
put we on that.
it ain't no
we,
OGs.
sis.
So
We
and what did the OGs back in the day used to do? Dog,
Instill morals, values,
morals,
code.
value, code, but not even
Code.
that. If they see a different future or a
check-
path
they-
for you, they be like, man, get your ass on somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to sell, man. You better keep dribbling that basketball. I didn't watch you out here. They bought basketball rims for the hood. Ain't no OGs. Ain't no codes. This is why I'm like, it needs to be mentorship. It needs to be somebody step up to the plate and become the OG. It's up to you when you intervene and she don't want to hear it, make her hear it. Figure out how to reach her. Like, baby, let me show you this bag. You think this little bag means something? Like, let me show you something different. Let me put this in perspective. You mess around with him, let me show you this bag. Let me
'Cause
show
you
you
can
how
go
to
get
get
your
this
own
bag.
bag.
Bingo. Let me show
That
you what
part.
I got.
No facts.
That's how you we are the OGs.
Dang,
We
so
have
we
to
just gotta
intervene.
accept that now,
We
huh?
just
We the
gotta
OGs.
accept that.
Okay.
We gotta give them what we know. We gotta instill the experiences that. Cause dude, I remember King. They used to have a whole panel. They used to call men only. Get all the dudes out of class. And then we always be like, man, here go another little mentor thing. But when I think about it now, they not doing that no more. They don't have those men coming in
lectures.
letting y'all know I'm from the streets. I can go and show y'all how respected I am. When I used to go back to my old hood, they be like, man, why can I go sit at a spot on the porch, comfortable as hell? Why can I go and oh, I didn't know you knew him. Who is that? I got people looking at me trying to figure out who I am because I can walk up to the new OGs in the hood, sit on the porch, do whatever it is that and blend right in. And I got all the new people looking up like who is this dude? And they like, man, y'all better get the fuck on. Like he from here. He original. He man, watch out. Get on. You know what I'm saying? So to show and with the mentorship program that I would like to start or just an envision. We living in this world where we gotta be not only doers but showers and tellers. We gotta be multifaceted OGs.
All right, so OG drop a gem. Everybody drop a gem right now.
That's the gem. We gotta be multifaceted OGs. We gotta be show, tell, and do. Trifecta. We can't have words that don't back up actions, and we can't just sit around on information that needs to be given. We gotta give it.
Okay.
We gotta insert ourselves and give it.
It's so much that comes with giving that though, right? Because you saying make them hear you. Imagine trying to mentor someone, trying to give them the tools that they need that you know will make them successful, and you just get pushback after pushback after pushback. So there's also a thing where like that respect got to be implemented at home, because you could have somebody who can really bless you with so much knowledge and give you the framework to go do what you're trying to do. But if you too arrogant or you too cocky to even take the advice,
So what do you say to that? What is it? Just a lost cause? Do you
No.
keep trying to?
I
Okay,
mean, so here's what I'll say.
you try to
From
meet them
being
where
a
they
child
at.
in the household, right? Like when you
Try to
raising
meet
your
them where they at
kids,
best way you
you
can.
try to meet them where they at. But what I've learned, like, I lost my mom, right? And I used to be like, bro, she always lecturing. Like, I don't want to hear this. Bro, do y'all know I be hearing everything she was telling me that I didn't want to hear? So, like, you do got to keep saying it. And, like, maybe you not even a person that they look to anymore, right? But when life come around and hit you, you're going to be like, dang, she told me X, Y, and Z.
But see, I always say it's not what you say; it's how you say it.
It is how you say
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
But, again, like, it might take a lot to
Yeah.
get to that person if they were raised in I don't need your help
Yeah.
mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends.
I mean, that's kind of I experienced that just yesterday, man. You know, I was in the middle of a podcast and I got a call about a young girl who needed help up at the liquor store, and she was up there, you know, asking for money, and you know, said she was hungry and she, you know, wasn't looking the best, wasn't smelling the best. You know what I mean? And, you know, at the same time that she said she needed help, it seemed to be, you know, refusing help at the same time. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I was kind of in a
It's frustrating.
in a complex situation when, you know, me being who I am in the community and seeing the things that I've seen and being involved with it specifically in regards to young missing kids, I was worried. You know what I mean? I didn't know what to do. And I went back and forth between being angry at the situation and then frustrated with myself for not understanding what to do in this moment. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, you have to. It's a slippery slope trying to navigate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with some of these kids in regards to trying to reach them and steer them in the right direction. You know what I mean? Because some of them look at any attempt at correction or help as a threat.
Oh yeah.
Of
You ain't
some
my
sort.
mama,
You
I
see
ain't
what I'm
gotta
saying?
live.
Yeah.
And
How
I
you
saw
get
this
attacked?
video. This girl looked, she wasn't no more than 13.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that she was hopping in and out of somebody's car trying to, you know what I'm saying, like she was no more than 13.
Yeah.
Period.
And then it's like when you come into a situation like that, your natural reaction is either to help or you're gonna judge the situation. But I be wondering, like, at 13, what are you dealing with that even got you?
Exactly.
And that's what's scary about this whole situation to
Yeah.
me is the fact that my post, without even putting her picture or showing her, just her name alone, reached out to finding her family and both of her parents, and that she was I was contacted by her aunt yesterday, her mom. Well, actually, her mom reached out to me through her aunt's page, and I talked to her mom, and she said that she had her, and she was trying to get her all of the help that she needed, right? But then after I made a post about it, just giving everybody an update, I was contacted by somebody who knows the mother, and told me that the daughter, the little girl, is not in any better situation being with the mom, right? That's exactly the environment that she's running away from.
Yeah.
So,
it's tough. It's tough. But on that level, you was a shower, you was a teller, you was a doer. You extended all three. You did the trifecta. You did your part. So, again, and what that did was showed everybody that you are human. That showed everybody that you are remorseful. That showed everybody that you have a heart, and the city still cares. Somebody still cares. So, even going with the overall tone and the message, you set the bar of exactly what this topic is talking about. Like, we got to do more. You pulled out your OG card, what you've been doing, and set the example. That I appreciate you for doing that yesterday. I definitely tuned in and seen all that was going on, and you being vulnerable right now. Like, I could see how this is affecting you and it affected you yesterday. So, again, it's only up to us. We gotta be able to jump in and like you said, meet them at their level. A lot of them just, it takes them to see it. Everybody want to see it done. So again, I could turn around and be like, yo, I'm telling you about it, but it's just like I said, the OGs in the hood back in the day, like, they sold game and they sold it to you. It wasn't, I'm gonna tell you about it. What they do, they give it to you. They tell you to go out here. So sometimes even you could tell me, oh, I make this much money. I'm 14 years truck driving experience. What sparked the interest of me being a truck driver? My mom was married to a truck driver, and my uncles had a truck driving business. What sparked my interest? He took me to work with him one day. We worked. I'm a kid. So again, this is...
How old were you?
6.
Okay.
He took me. He took about 4 people from the hood. He took my older cousin, my little cousin, 2 of my friends. We worked 8 to 10 hours. And you know how much $1 was back in the day. He goes and he pays everybody. So now I'm sitting here counting money in my head. He pays one driver a little. He pays the help a little bit more. Another adult, but then he turns around. We thinking we gonna get a check. No, cash money. Give me 150.
So you saying at 6?
At 6.
That's after he gave you the cash.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm doing the math. I'm counting. Like, damn, if he could pay me 150, he pay him, and gave him more. Truck drivers make a lot of fucking money. So he just sold me the game on physically showing me and giving me an opportunity. So when I say we have to figure out a way to reach them on their level, yeah, you could tell me, hey, you ever thought about being a truck driver? They make a lot of money. Or you can give me the experience, show me. And he took the neighborhood and showed them there's other opportunities. If you worshiping the trap god, if you worshiping quick money, the swiper, I can show you other opportunities. I could show you a bank statement.
Didn't back in the day they have like, what was it when your parent came in?
Come to work.
Yeah,
Go
like
work with your
take his kid or a child to work.
Day.
yeah. Wait, what y'all say?
Bring your kids to
No, the day where like the parents come in and they would talk about their
career
profession.
day.
Oh, okay.
Career day.
Yeah. Do they still do that?
Yes. School's still do that.
Yeah, I did the career day a few years
Oh,
back
you
at
know
Ronald
what?
Brown Academy.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what? Me and my barber college, we went to Lincoln Park High School.
Okay.
And we cut hair. We did demos. And we got some students to sign up immediately. Because you can sign up as early as 17.
So it sounds like kids just really needs to be exposed to these types of
definitely.
things.
Exposure.
So, you guys have any resources or anything that you guys may be able to drop in terms of resources? Like, okay, Tierra owns a beauty shop. So do you have maybe some resources that the parents or the people that's watching could, maybe tap into to maybe see, you might need somebody to wash hair, or you maybe refer somebody who might need a wash girl, or
Yeah, so you can definitely come into the salon, do some shadowing, follow my Instagram at Her Forte Salon, and reach out to me and let me know what
you got to give them that drop. We need the Her Forte drop.
Yes.
I'm on their ass, y'all.
Yes, Her Forte Salon.
Okay.
You got the drop? Okay,
No,
man.
I don't have it. But you just did.
You also, Hair Lab Detroit.
Exactly.
You can come check us out. You can be a student for the day. You can just come in and see what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just that. It's there. The opportunity, you said any resources. The resources, honestly, how I'm looking at it, because resources that got cut out of the schools and we want to reach them at a school level. We have to go and go into these schools, tell them who we are. We have to announce ourselves. We got to put ourselves in position for them and for us to win. So we got to go out. We got to do the footwork. Again, we the OGs. We wasn't expecting nobody to do this except for the OGs back in the day. We got to start doing more footwork because this is our problem. Because y'all got kids.
Right.
So this is our problem.
I agree. Well, y'all can't come to work with me and none of that type of stuff. But I will say this though: if you have if you can pass a background check, and you willing to work with some kids, I'm talking K through 8. Tap in with me because we need people to help the program that I'm with, Renaissance City Chargers. We need, people that can go in right now. Mentorship. Yeah. You want to help the youth?
Coaching.
Tap in. All you need to do is get a DPSD patch. We can set you up with an appointment to get a badge, but you got to be able to pass the background check, okay? Don't hit my line when you got a couple felonies and you can't even be around kids. Can only be a certain perimeter from the school. But no, seriously, if you can do that, I can get you with, it's a nice little hefty amount. It's over $25 an hour. Let me say that. I ain't just gonna, put them out there like that. But the pay is over $25 an hour. And if you, willing to get back and you can deal with K through 8, if you got the patience, tap in with me. I can make some things work for you.
And then y'all know I'm next week I'm starting my audio video content creation classes at Keebalon Village for the 6th through 12th graders. This is only a 2-month program, but I will be launching my own independent classes soon, as well as I was in talks with 2 days ago with Cornerstone Academy, and they are talking about having me come up there to implement a media arts after school curriculum.
Sweet.
That's dope.
So we got a lot of stuff. Because like when I first started 7 Mile Radio, immediately my first goal that I thought about after I got this established where I wanted to be was to open up a school or to teach classes for the youth. You know what I mean? Because I graduated from Specs Howard, so I wanted to do like a youth version of Specs Howard, if you will. You know what I mean? So that has always been my vision, because like if it wasn't for shout out to Akeem Scruggs, man, was an A&R for So Deaf. back when I was in Osborne, that took me on his wing from a talent show at the school and taught me the ropes on everything that I know that got me to the point that I'm at now. So now I'm trying to be that for at least one kid. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And, give them something to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's so many things negative to get into out here, and there's not enough positive things. They've taken away a lot of positive things, and they're saturating us with negative things with as far as the kids. So yeah, man, I just want to be what I had. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so sorry, just real
ahead.
briefly, because me and Shannon talked about this earlier, but you said as far as saturating them with the negative. Did you guys see the BET Awards?
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
I seen clips.
did.
Listen,
The lingerie awards.
listen, my people were here from out of town, and that was one thing that they
lingerie
made clear.
awards.
We want to watch the BET Awards. I done downloaded Philo on the phone. Remind me to cancel it in 6 days.
Dog, you ain't lying.
Listen,
Better
we
set
got
that
all
reminder.
the kids in there. They opened the show with Megan Thee Stallion, even though she looked good. I gotta give it to her. She looked good, but it's like every female artist that came on, it was no
Naked.
clothes, twerking, like BT. I mean, but
So
you know,
this is what our kids are consuming
yeah,
every day. So
yeah,
you look lame. You look lame trying to tell them like,
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. They walking through the hallways. Ooh, baby.
Man, that shit's scary. Dog.
Swear, little girl. When it was like, Mama, the girl.
Cringeworthy.
The little girl I was talking about who had the intruder, she said, we was in the lady class and she asked the girl to play Sexy Red. Winter already know when Sexy Red come on. If it come on in the car, she be like, "Ma, cut that off. We don't listen to that." Like,
Queen. That's a queen right there.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Yes. Turn it off. She.
listen,
And-
you skipping. What?
I mean, but you know what? You got the old heads, the OGs
It's the
who would say we
shelter,
used to
though.
listen to Trina.
No, we used to listen to all type of stuff, but that's what I'm saying. Balance.
Yeah.
Gotta be balanced.
it's no balance.
I'm not
It's
because here's the
saturated.
thing.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. When your kids leave your household, they're still gonna be exposed to all these things, right? So if you're not addressing this stuff, they ain't experiencing it at all at home. How do they know how to deal with
That's
it when they
that's
come
the
across
difference, right, between the households now and the households then. We was listening to it, but our parents didn't fucking condone it.
It? They didn't condone it.
Now
That
the
part.
parents are championing
TikTok.
it. And you see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They're doing the TikTok dances with their
TikTok.
kids to the damn
With
twerk
the little
songs, you know what I'm
shirts,
saying?
with the little shorts on,
You see what
booty
I'm saying?
cheeks hanging
So-
out.
so-
Top.
So that's the difference.
Shirt rolled up.
It goes back to what my man just said in the oh, that wasn't my man, that was Missy. Let me put her comment back.
Oh yeah, Missy say
That's my cousin, y'all. Shout out to Missy. She be tapping.
Yeah, Missy said some of the parents
Yeah.
need mentorship. I'm helping a 33-year-old currently. Not everyone was raised.
That's true.
So
That's
we
true.
got kids
A word.
raising
That's what I'm
kids
saying.
or adults with childish mentalities, right? Trying to
word,
raise the kids.
Missy. No, that's a word, Missy. That's a word. You gave it to us.
That's exactly what
That's
it
a
is.
mouthful, and that is exact. Like she
So
said,
back
that's
to the
exactly what it
fundamentals.
is.
How do you teach respect to a child who has a mother at home who had, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take quick instant.
Or
And yeah, I got an
like
answer
we
to
said
it too.
earlier, you got a child that needs help, right?
Right.
And so you help, you hop on, you champion. Hey, you know, it's a young girl here, or you her parents. What if she's in that predicament because that's the last place she want to be? It ain't safe there. So it's like, you know, like.
But
how
I
do
mean,
you-
if the parents are enabling it, it's only so much that you can do. Like I said, I had a little boy. We said, "Hey man, put your shoes on." He got J's on. He walking on the back of his shoes. We like, "Baby, put your." He like, "My mama let me walk on the back of my shoes."
okay.
But I'm saying, if mama allowing it at home, he ain't trying to hear a stranger on the street hear him tell him no different.
So,
Hold
like
on,
he-
let me
like
let
he
me
said
tap
earlier.
in. Let me
Yeah.
tap in on that. An example, you give them a different perspective. You have to show them a different perspective because, like you said, if they doing it at home, a lot of these people that you say don't want, a lot of the kids that don't want to hear it, you got to show them you hip to it too.
I hear y'all.
You gotta literally be like,
But-
I know,
And I'm
you like,
in
I
it,
know the
bro.
TikTok dance too.
But there's also another perspective
sure.
to it too, though.
So now they think you cool. I know it too. Let me.
And I've done that. I've
yeah.
had kids just bust out in the TikTok in the middle of my instruction. I ain't never had shit. I do it with them.
And you do it right with them and be like,
Exactly, but you
not
got
here.
the ones that come to school angry at the beginning of the morning, and it goes through your class. You see the kids who come in, like you said, who know
And
they
it
don't want
just rub off and spread throughout the whole class.
bad apples, and I hate to say it, but as much as we want to try to get through, you got some. It's a block wall.
But what I was gonna say is because we keep saying the parents, like I know I'm not the only person in this room who know a family member, or like you can have two kids come out the same house and they're being taught these things at home.
Totally
But
different.
they still just, you know what I'm saying? So you can't necessarily always assume that the parent is not, because you might see my son walking in the back of his shoes and say something to him, and he
And
gonna
I
be
know
like,
your mama ain't.
yeah, you know what I mean. So it's one of those things where like you do gotta offer a different perspective, but sometimes people hear people differently.
That's
Me and
true.
you can say the same thing to the same person, and they might be like, she bougie or she judgmental, and I said the same thing, but my tone may be a little bit different, or maybe you're more likable than I am. So they heard you, but they didn't hear me. So it's just one of those things where I feel like, I know when we were in school, like your homeroom teacher might say something to you and you hate her, you can't stand her, but they having a meeting on the back end, and when you get to gym, he gonna say the same shit to you, and you gonna be like, all right.
Now you
I
know,
got
yeah,
you.
but you know what's wild? My mom used to go above. She used to hit me with one of these. The person that I looked up to, or I was doing that, she'd go talk to them or they brother or whatever. So then now it's then relayed. They like, you when you start hearing it from your boys, hey, your mama don't play that shit. Hey, bro, your mama, we wish. I used to hear this. We wish we had your mama. So now you getting scolded by the homies. You
Yeah,
getting
your friends looking
scolded.
at you crazy.
Yeah, cause it's like, huh? Why you doing that, bro? We wish that we had new shoes. Like, why you doing that, bro? So it's still, again, like I said, it's not. It's gonna be some bad seeds. It's gonna be some that don't make it through.
Yeah.
Our job is to get as many as we can through.
Yeah.
But I know, like, when I was a kid, that definitely worked. Like, so I had my auntie. She was really like a friend of the family, right? But she's an engineer. She's just like all around like positive role model. When I tell you, she probably know everything negative that I ever did in my life, because I get in trouble at home. She calling her every time. She calling her, and when she called and her voice is stern, T. Talk to your mom today. I'll be like looking at my mom like, you told me. But I'm telling you, like, that used to make me
It
go
worked.
sit
Yeah.
down.
It worked.
You know what I'm saying? And like right now, her daughter is like winning Olympic championships and stuff. You know what I mean? So like that mentorship is everything. Like you gotta really you gotta utilize your village.
You got to.
But if we don't got those tools
Yeah.
because the village is lacking, or me and my friend can't even parent our
The
kids
village has
together
been
because
deconstructed
it's
by
disconnected.
the lack of parental what is it, mentoring, because the parents ain't raised. They
Yeah.
not, you know
it's
what I
the
mean?
fellowship too. Like
It's the
everybody
fellowship.
in competition
Yeah.
with each other.
It's the
so
fellowship.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not bringing my daughter with your
Ooh.
daughter because my daughter doing this and your daughter ain't doing that. But really, they the same age and we probably got the same goals for our kids. So
See, I ain't
let's-
never
you know what I'm
experienced that.
saying?
Ain't nobody in my circle that's even on that type of time.
See, but okay, so y'all both just hit
I
on
knew you
it.
was about to say
Y'all
that.
both just hit on it.
No facts.
The fellowship, the people that you allow your kids to be around. Why is it that you hear certain challenges? Like I hear a lot of women say, "I don't get along with other women." Why is it that y'all friendships don't last as long? How come? And this probably gonna carry over
I'ma
into
tell-
our next
Can we
show.
lie?
Next show.
This gonna carry over to our next show, so y'all be on the lookout.
Yes.
Next show, we gonna start with this, but we gonna start it now, and we gonna get right back to it. But who y'all have y'all kids around? Do y'all have y'all kids around like-minded individuals? Do y'all have y'all kids around people that y'all, from that are just like y'all, or y'all don't know? It's a lot of parents that sit in that don't even do the almost like a job application. Like my mom knew every parent that I hung out. My best friends, that's why we locked in to this day. Is because my mom knew their mom, their grandma. They all helped. So in order to establish a village, you have to have a village. And if y'all not friends with other women that y'all was friends with for 5 years, 6 years, y'all done fell out, that once upon a time was somebody that you probably thought your kids would grow up with. Y'all steady knocking them off. Boop, boop, boop. I ain't got no
see,
friends.
I mean, but see, that ties back in. If you ain't on the same frequency, then, like, let me tell you, I had somebody that dropped their baby off to my baby birthday party.
Man,
She ain't tell
what?
me she left.
Yeah.
She didn't acknowledge herself. The little baby didn't have a phone. She just had her iPad. That was the only means of communication. So I didn't have her mom number. You know what I'm saying? And she's a friend of a neighbor The little girl ended up stealing all my baby shit.
Oh, I remember you.
So when it happened, I didn't have a number to call mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm blowing up the little girl iPad.
The mom put the daughter on the play, is what you know.
Listen, then when I got a hold of the little girl, because the little girl didn't go to school the next day.
Yeah, her mom was in on it.
Her mama just dropped it off to my people. Like, I'm like, we was supposed to meet. Like, call me. You know, my dad like, yeah, I got one of her stuff, her purse, her earrings. She missed in the bracelets. The girl stole like 7 little bracelets. Like, got down.
The mama knew the daughter was a thief. She done ran into this incident before.
Yeah, no.
But she still couldn't
No, they
look
got
you in the
caught.
face and talk to you about it. No, if the mother returned everything, she know her daughter's a thief. She knows it. So the thing is, she didn't even want to discuss it with you or even break down, yeah, my daughter a thief. I got all y'all stuff back. I'm sorry.
I heard her in the background, like, how did you get her stuff?
See?
Like that.
Yeah. So she knew, but it was a play involved. Why didn't you talk to, who drops their kid? Like, those are the conversations that you probably would have wanted to, like, listen, I appreciate you, your daughter, cool, she a thief, she got to learn, she got to grow up. However, why did you drop her off without announcing anything? Like, that's but she avoided all that conversation by just dropping the stuff off.
But I'm saying that was the red flag at the beginning. We had a
Yeah.
bowling alley, a party of like 40, 50 people. You just drop your baby off like it wasn't okay, I'm gone. Like, even if, you know, it's a mutual friend that we know each other with, you trusting her to come back to my house. She ain't going to my people house that you know. You don't know how I live. I could be trifling.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
You,
facts.
she got a bag.
How do you even know that I'm going to check to make sure that your child is getting in the car with us to go home because you didn't talk to me? How do you know I know this
Nothing.
kid is
No
here?
child left behind
We-
except yours.
Yeah, like, how you even know this kid?
I thought she was on the playground. I thought you just met her. Like, I left her here, and then now she gonna come find you. Where
Yeah.
my daughter at? Who your daughter?
Right.
Whose responsibility was it?
Right.
Right?
I'm glad we
For
got
her
this
to- for
friend
her to-
topic to next week.
Yeah, we on that friend
Yeah.
topic next week
Yes.
for sure. Like,
Yes.
we gotta get there. We gotta talk about that. Like, this village, we have to have a village to start with, and you know, like, I got brotherhood for sure. I got friends for days, and I got a nice village. But I've heard so much, like, you know, the women, they just don't be friends with a lot of people that they was locked in with, and to us, you know, we be like, well, what's wrong?
Okay, so Tier, what is a thing? And I'm only saying this because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't have it. I have one female friend that I'm really close with. We've been friends since 19. That's the only female friend that I have that I would consider a day one right now. A friend. Like somebody I would call and tell my business. Like, babe, let me take, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other are just people I've maybe met at work who are acquaintances where, you have a different type of vibe with coworkers and shit like that. But having a group of friends, I've done that. I learned my lesson in high school. You know what I'm saying? You have friends that are jealous. You have some that want your man. You got some that, you know what I'm saying?
And you
So,
have the kids nowadays out here.
And all
That's
of
my
those
bestie.
things
That's
are
my best
the
friend.
same.
oh yeah, they take
It's-
that word
it's-
so lightly. Hey,
It's
friend.
just one of those things where I feel like it's like you said before, it's frequency, right? Like, are we on the same type of time? However, I have friends that are my day ones, right? Like, I love this girl. If she call me, I'm coming, but I ain't talked to her in about 4 months. So it's, what's your expectation of friendship? Because as life change, I might not have. I'm not even gonna say
There you
might.
go.
I do not have the time to call and talk to you for 30 minutes every day.
Like, people are adults, you know what I'm saying?
We are adults,
grow,
and life
sometimes
happens.
we
But what
grow
if you
apart.
see them engaging with other people like that? How y'all was engaged in? Like, okay, y'all like.
It does, honestly, it doesn't bother me. And the reason why it doesn't bother me is because I have a friend that has like multiple circles of friends, right? And she try to compartmentalize. Sometimes it runs together. Now I have friends who feel a way about it. I don't, because I have a few different circles of friends. And I feel like once you learn that you really cannot mix everybody,
Yeah.
and you lower those expectations and let people be human, that's being a true friend to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you think me
What about when it
calling-
coincides though? What if she hanging with somebody?
That's a person
Like,
that
But
feels like the
listen,
world revolves around
what if
them.
she
Yeah.
hanging with somebody that don't like you?
I feel
and you don't like them, and it's mutual, so you still hanging with shorty.
But what is the dislike? Because even that, it be delusion. You don't like her for something that happened when we was in high school, so I'm supposed to not talk to this girl because you mad about something that we all it was in high school.
So right now y'all talking about the core of why some women don't get along, or why don't. It's so many superficial
friendships,
bullshit ass
But
reasons.
it all goes down to expectations. What I expect from you as my friend versus what you expect from me as yours. When we live two totally different lives, we have two different responsibilities. We are totally different socially.
And then sometimes people get emotionally attached to the friend that the person was 10 years ago or when we was kids.
I'm not her no
When we
more.
grow, that don't mean we grew apart. We just, you know what I'm saying?
grew.
And then versus how many friends that you have where you haven't talked to them in 4 or 5 months or even a year, and you meet them and it's like you never missed a day
left
with them.
off.
And that was my point. Like, I'm
saying?
telling you, I have not talked to this girl for 5 or 6 months. But if she in town or if I hit her line, it's catch up real quick. You know, like, what's going on? Okay, so let me fill you in. Yeah. And it's like nothing. I know, oh, well, I seen y'all was hanging at such and such.
So, I'm going to stop y'all real quick.
Yep.
Okay, so it's that time, y'all. What we need you to do right now is get that algorithm going, share the video, like the video, okay? And make sure you tap into all of our socials. I'm going to put you on blast because I ain't seen my socials come across here. And last week you spelled my name wrong, but you ain't hear me say that. Tap in. Like the channel. You guys have any closing words?
I just want to tell y'all thank you for tuning in, man. Y'all been lit.
He gonna look up
sorry we ain't get to all the comments, or we tried to, but we was going. It's gonna get better.
We working on it, y'all.
We working on it. Give us grace, and we appreciate y'all, man, tuning in. Keep tuning in. The video's gonna always be on there. So if y'all missed the show, go back, watch the show. Watch it a bunch of times, man. See what kind of content y'all can get from us. Turn us up. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
What you got, T? What you got?
Nope. I just want to say thanks for tuning in, engaging with us, dropping comments on the videos, and follow our Instagrams. Keep up with us. We're going to keep y'all informed every week, and we're going to talk about friends next week at 6 p.m. on 7 Mile Radio.
The value of friendship. We going to get into it.
All right. Well, we love y'all. Y'all be safe. Take care of them babies. And until next time, peace.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile